Hey everyone, welcome back to another Persona 5 Phoenix video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over kind of like what I'm expecting to see during 2.0 and like what I'm kind of seeing. Just going based off of what we saw in CN and TW. And the whole reason I'm doing this is just because I saw a Reddit post about, what is it, Wind coming. She wasn't originally in the standard pool because you had to unlock her first. It went the opposite of what they did or what we saw with Soy and Closer. Because if you guys didn't know already, Soy and Closer were 4 stars that you could get immediately in the standard pool, even though they were story rated characters like Riko or Wind is. And everything kind of sparked, especially from seeing this tweet right here, where they said on the Persona 5 Phantom X official for West, PFX version 2.0 major update coming soon. We already know it's coming on. So we'll have maintenance on Wednesday, so that's when we'll have our live stream update for it. So Wednesday the 3rd, I believe, and we'll have the official update come out about 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time usually, sometime around there. But if you guys didn't know, Riko, so remember how during Makoto banner, which is right here, so they came out with a new 4-star Vino, and it was a rate up on Makoto's banner. But Riko wasn't actually a 2.0 featured character because of the fact of, if I looked over so this was the maintenance notice and version update that came out for the TW version. And if I look down here, let's see, will only become available as a regular contract after your team leader completes the designated main quest. So basically, I believe what it means by is going through the unlocking mechanism for it. Remember how Closer and Soy both had their unlocking scene where they got their persona. So that's why. I'm gonna be real, that was very poorly received from it, and they reversed it quickly afterwards. So for example, when Luch came out in 4.0, which is another 4-star character, you didn't have to unlock his story because that's just, in my opinion, a dumb idea. It's something you guys don't want to do. So, but one thing I would actually like them to see is them to replace one of these characters with Riko and have her on a rate up. Even though I know we've been following the same, if you actually look at the banner history, it's followed the same way the entire time. It's been the same 4 stars every single time. But I would like them to see them switch out Riko for one of these. So like maybe switch out Yuki or Leon for Riko instead. I would way prefer seeing that than how it is. And just so that when people are pulling on cord, they're able to get Riko dupes. Because Wind dupes are actually really nice, and she is a really nice navigator, and she can compete with the likes of Phoebe, if you guys didn't know already. But other things that I know for sure we are going to be getting is we're going to get the main story update. So we're going to get, we're finally going to see Palace 3. I'm not going to go over Palace 3, but the other things we're getting for sure is we're getting Cord release, Riko release, as well as, going out with Cord's weapon, and we're getting a event exclusive weapon for Riko. And then just so you guys are aware, this is what it is. This is what the weapon looks like. It is a beautiful weapon, and it is, like I said, it is a event exclusive weapon for her. So this is the only time we'll be able to get it. I don't have this on TW because I don't actually have, this account was made afterwards. So this is her standard 4-star that you can get through the drop. And then this will be the event exclusive one. So you should definitely pick it up if you got the chance. As well as Faithful Echoes, which is Faithful Echoes is just our joy medals. So our weapon shop medals. Kagura bells, Kagura this. So right here, Kagura Suza or Kagura bells. And it's basically, it has to do with the fact that we'll also be getting this Cognite case. Ours is going to be a better version. I imagine CN and TW are going to get one in the future, but we're also going to have the option to get limited characters from it, as well as everything else going on in the shop. Because one of the things, like you guys said, was the Cognite fragments. Because for every 60 of these, you can get one of these standard characters, or for ours, it will also include the limited characters as well, and everything else. And then during 2.0 for them, they were getting a Joker rerun, which if I go back to the banner right here, and it went on for 3 months. 3 patches, not months. So for the entirety of the summer event as well, you would also have a Joker run. I don't know if we're going to be getting that or not, But it also had to do with the fact that they got a 20 character pull and a 20 weapon pull through it as well. That expanded for the entirety of the summer. We already know that we're getting this from the previous live stream, so good to know that we are guaranteed that. They're keeping that, which is another word with commissions. This is actually something I've been waiting on, and I've loved the fact that they're giving us this finally. What it is just, if you ever played games like Honkai Star Rail, like basically any other Chinese gacha game for the most part, we have what's called a dispatch system, and that is what our other wordly is. So it's where we get our one fragment a week. We can get a Kagura bell every week, as well as gems. So this one wants me to use 3 of either single target or of my AoE targets. And then there are also going to be ones that require certain certain characters. But it's where we get a lot of our basic needs. So as we see here, I'm able to grab books. I always should try to grab the books as well, just because I don't like farming books while using stamina. And then we can also refresh them, of course. This right here. We haven't seen these 3 yet, or like any of these, but we will see any of this. So we can get Kompaku gems. We can see, you already saw that we can get weekly boss mats. We can see we can get the Mindscape stuff. We can get the persona level, the weapon level, and the thief level growth, as well as stuff to level our Revolution cards. So any of these, I'm sure you guys recognize these, right? So that will be coming. So I see it as a dispatch system. They also had a friend recruitment. I don't know if we're going to get that. I imagine we would, because a lot of games during the big updates, so 2.0, 3.0, whatever, so usually the big times, they'll usually have some sort of recruitment event going on to help bring in more characters. I imagine we'll probably be getting that, because it just makes sense. It happens. It happens so much. We should be getting a mapping puzzle event. So it'll probably be the same as like the Luful car event and the cat map event. I imagine it'll be the same thing. We're also beginning a city expansion of Kichijochi, so very cool about that. One thing I'm actually been waiting for is we're finally getting new gachapons. So Sushi Roll Life and Part-Time Worker Team. So I have 2 more of that for me to grab. I'm not going to show it off because I would much rather see it in game, like when it comes out. I don't want any of that. We are going to get new character stories, of course. So new side stories. Beautiful about that. The Words of Instinct and Words. So these are the new repression medals. I made a video about this earlier. So we're going to get in 2 new sets, or we should be getting 2 new sets. And one of them, as I went over, is going to be for Haru and Summer Moko. And more importantly, the labor one right here is for our general use for our navigators. So that's coming, as well as a new physical one and a new blessed one we should be getting as well right here. So physical for Mesa, because right here, after every hit of skill damage, increase attack by 5%. So perfect for Mesa, or I'm sure it's going to be Mesa. And then more importantly, Bless. This is going to be for any of our summer closer wanters, or summer multi, as you guys call them. So very big for those 2. And then for the most part, as well as giving new, I'll be showing us off in another video going over the new sets, but I just want to give a general thing. Mechanical, a big thing that will be coming with the new map. So every time we get a new palace, we also get a new weapon. This weapon is literally the best weapon in the game, like for general use, I would say. And it's called the Mechanical Executioner. So I want to highly advise you people to make sure you guys go and get at least 50%. Because what it does is, right here, based on the attribute of the persona equipped at the start of battle, increases damage of that attribute by 34% and 40% for other allies. So huge. So let's say that I'm running a fire team. No, not that one. Let's say that I'm running a fire team. If I go to my party, it is a very, very good general use one. So if I throw on this executioner one, and then I just throw on this one right here. So all of my fire damage for the entire team will be increased. It's massive. I love this. I love this. It's a very good general use one. Any team you use, so I can use it for fire team, I can use it for bless, I can use it for wind or ice, curse, any one of these, I can use it and it'll work just fine. All you need to do is just make sure you have the right element for your weapon. I'm going to make an entire video about this as well, because I think this weapon is absolutely goated for any account. It is a jack of all trades. And it's basically just a shop update so that we can grab the crystal relics for it. Trial character, yep. And then that basically covers what I'm expecting, that we basically are going to getting. Other things that I'm actually expecting to see is probably the 110 banner. I would like to see them bring in the 110 banner, especially since they already talked about it in their letter, which is the 110 banner is right here. I don't personally roll on it. I prefer the 50-50 banner, but I know since so many of you have been asking for it, I hope they bring it for you guys who want to be able to roll on it. So that's something I hope they bring in the future, is the 110 banner. If we don't get it, I'm not going to be overly disappointed, because I could see us having it probably by middle of November will be the latest. So by Cherish banner, I could see by the latest we will be seeing it. So we still will be seeing it before the 6-month anniversary, of course. So always good to have that. Anything else that I'm expecting to see? For the most part, not really. I'm expecting for the next 6 weeks, for us to kind of follow the same trend. I do hope with the 20 and 20 they give, I hope they do continue giving us the 7. I think this time it should be 7 weapon pulls, if I remember correctly, like from what they gave us. Because they have been giving us a daily login already. So I hope they continue doing that, or at least they continue doing that into the summer events as well. But with that, I think that covers everything. For everything that you guys have saw, what do you guys are looking forward to most seeing in the future? That's what I want to ask you guys. So if you guys can comment that down below, because I would love to see what you guys are thinking of, and what you guys are hoping to get. With that, I hope you guys have a good day, good night, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye for now.